Hi everyone.
Hello.
Alright. Hi.
Hi. So I'll quickly share my screen. Please let me know when you're able to see my screen. You guys are able to see my screen.
Yes.
Yes, we
Yeah.
can see.
Thank you. Thanks for the confirmation. So hi everyone. Welcome to Isha Training Solutions. Today, what we are going to do, we are going to see performance engineering course content. Okay. So basically, we are going to discuss. We are going to set the context. What we are going to learn in this entire course journey. So what I am encouraging you guys, please stop me at any point of time. Ask your question. Please explain your expectation why we are actually going to join this session, and then we'll also discuss what is your expectation. Based on that, we'll try to add certain topics also. No problem for me because we wanted to fulfill your requirement. So you basically tell us like, is there any question that you are having, and we will discuss, and then we will understand what we are basically going to learn in this course journey. That is what the objective of this demo session. So without wasting further time, yes, myself Saravanan Srinivasan. So I'm going to take you through this entire journey of performance engineering session. So I have close to 14 years of experience in this line of activity. So I have experience in multiple performance testing tool, multiple performance engineering tools, profiling tools, infrastructure monitoring tools, front end monitoring tools, like that. I have quite a bit of experience in this line of activity. So with that knowledge and experience, yes, we are going to learn, we are going to understand about performance engineering. Okay, so that is what we are going to basically do in this course journey. So so with that understanding, yes, we are going to discuss about performance engineering course content. So I'll take a pause here. uh, if you guys are having any question, please you can ask your question before we are going to discuss about performance engineering content, guys. Yeah. Yeah. So now we are going to discuss about the course content. The first topic is actually about introduction part. Introduction. Okay. What we are going to do, we are going to understand what is performance engineering basically. Because right now that understanding is actually missing with everybody, right? Like what performance tester will do, or what your perform engineer what they will do. That thing we need to have it. Okay, that is the introduction. We are going to discuss the introduction part. Okay, so after seeing the context, okay, this is what we're going to do in the performance engineering. Okay, performance thing is performance engineering. Yes, this is what we are going to do. Like that, what have to do? The activity that you are doing. Okay, any activity that you are doing, then Yeah, am I audible, guys?
Yes, Sarvana.
Yeah. Okay. So PTLC, performance testing life cycle. Okay, any activity that you are doing, you need to follow a life cycle process, right? So performance testing means PTLC. Say like development. Development means what you are going to do. STLC. Okay, software development life cycle. So similarly, when you are doing a functional testing, what will you do? STLC, software testing lifecycle. So similarly, when you are going to learn about performance engineering, what we are going to do? We are going to learn about PELC, performance engineering lifecycle. So right from the initial requirement gathering, what a performance engineer will do, that understanding we are going to have it, guys. Okay, that understanding we are going to have it in the performance engineering life cycle. Okay, so I'll explain the roles and responsibility, or even what activity done by what layer. We are going to get little more understanding about where and all the contribution of performance engineer is actually coming. So that we are going to discuss in the PELC, and also in the next topic, which is actually activities performed by performance engineers, right? That also we are going to discuss front end, application, database, infrastructure, like that, where and all the contribution of performance engineer is actually going to come. Okay, so 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 what I'm going to do in this course journey, we are going to basically understand right from the initial stage to the end stage what a performance engineer is actually going to perform, right? So that when you are talking to somebody, you will be in a position to explain them or educate them. Boss, this is what I'm going to do, this is the expectation. If you are doing this, this is a benefit that we are going to get it, like that we are going to learn in this course journey, guys. Okay, that is what in the introduction part we are going to do. Because basically introduction, what we are doing, setting the context, what performance engineer will do, setting the context, that is actually very important. Because right now that clarity is actually missing in certain organization. They are calling that as performance engineer, in certain organization they are calling that as performance tester. So we wanted to clearly define what is actually done by the tester, what is actually done by the engineer, and post which we are going to learn, adapt it, and then we are going to implement it in our organization. That is the reason we are going to learn this entire topic, guys. Okay, so I'll take a pause here. Any question, guys, still now?
Sarvanan, can you tell me the what task do the performance tester in the real time? Is monitoring, doing the scripting, or any other also?
uh, Neeraj, you are asking the performance tester role.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, say performance tester, what they will do, they'll get the requirement, they'll convert that requirement into script. Okay, and that script, and also in requirement you will be getting what test you are going to do. You are going to execute it, and you are going to provide the number, or you are going to say this is what happened during the load testing condition, or stress testing condition, or endurance testing condition, or scalability testing condition. That is what your performance testers will basically do, Neeraj. Okay.
Okay. And which domain they are working basically in monitoring, analysis, or any other also?
Yeah, basically, I'll tell you two way. One, in certain organization, what they are doing, they are giving that task to performance tester itself to do the infrastructure monitoring. In certain organization, that is actually separately owned by the infrastructure monitoring team. Okay, which means that performance tester will not have any access. Only the infrastructure monitoring team will do that, and then they'll share the data post your execution. So you are going to collect the data, do the analysis, and then you are going to provide your result. That is, in certain organization, the option number two is actually happening. In certain organization, the option number one is happening. I mean, the performance tester, they will do the monitoring. So either way, it is actually happening right now, Neeraj. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So next topic, what we are going to do, we are going to discuss about Java engineering concepts, because so at least anywhere if you are going right now, people will ask something related to JVM, something related to garbage collection, something related to heap dump, something related to thread dump. All these are fancy words nowadays. Okay, every interview, anywhere, any forum that you are going, people will talk about these terms and terminology a lot. So what we are going to do, we are going to learn everything practically now. We are going to learn about what is thread dump, what is heap dump, what is garbage collection, what is JVM. Inside the JVM, what is actually happening, what are all the algorithms that are available in the garbage collection, how will you analyze your heap dump and then provide your understanding, how you are going to understand the thread dump and provide your understanding, like that. Every bit of things we are going to learn in a practical way. Okay, we are going to use our sample application, we are going to provide load to the application, under the load how the system is actually behaving, and how we are going to analyze each and everything. That is what we are going to discuss under the Java performance engineering concept. Okay, so in that, yes, we are going to learn about JVM architecture. Basically that understanding is fundamental. Java virtual machine, JVM is nothing but Java virtual machine. So JVM understanding we are going to have it. And then if you are trying to do JVM monitoring, means what you are going to do inside JVM. Say any Java program is actually going to run on the JVM only. So while running it at JVM, what are all the things that are happening, how we are going to monitor that monitoring, right? So that we are going to discuss under the JVM monitoring. While doing this activity, I am going to show you two different tools like JVisual VM and JConsole. These two tools we are going to learn. We are going to learn JVisual VM and JConsole, which are utility tool inside the JDK folder. No problem. I am going to explain everything during our regular session. What is your JDK installation and how you are going to launch this JVisual VM, how you are going to launch this JConsole. All those things we are going to learn. Okay, don't worry. And then how you are going to attach your tool with the JVM, and how you are going to do monitoring of all these metrics. Everything we are going to discuss while learning about JVisual VM and JConsole. Okay, while learning about JVisual VM and JConsole, what we are going to do, we are going to learn about heap analysis, thread analysis, garbage analysis. All those things we are going to learn with the real time example. Practically we are going to learn heap dump analysis, thread dump analysis, and then garbage analysis. All those things we are going to learn in the JVisual VM and JConsole. These two tools, utility tools, are actually open source. Okay, because it is actually available inside the JDK. So both are actually freeware. Okay, open source. So what we wanted to do next, we wanted to learn one commercial tool with respect to the JVM monitoring. That is the reason we are going to learn about your kit Java profiler. We are going to learn about your kit Java profiler. In short, we call that as YJP. In short, we call that as YJP, your kit Java profile. So that tool with respect to commercial solution. Okay, yes, we know JVisual VM and JConsole. We are going to learn with respect to the open source perspective, but with respect to the commercial tool perspective, we are going to learn about your kit Java profile. Okay, so and then heap structure. I mean, when we are going to learn about garbage collection inside the JVM, okay, inside the JVM, we are going to learn about the garbage collection. There are fancy terms are there. I mean, Eden, young generation, old generation, permanent generation, survivor space, tenured space, like that. There are fancy terms are there. So what we are going to learn, I am going to clearly explain about what is these all about. Okay, how you are going to understand in Java how the garbage collection is actually happening, how minor GC is actually happening, how major GC is actually happening, how you are going to understand which is actually impacting your application performance. All those things we are going to learn, guys. All those things we are going to learn. Okay, so garbage collection part we are going to learn. And also there is one more thing called heap size definition. Heap size definition. I know in this forum there are people are working in Jmeter right now. Okay, anybody working in Jmeter right now?
Yes, I working the on Jmeter server.
So in Jmeter, whenever we are trying to do large volume performance testing, what we are doing? Large volume performance testing when we are trying to do through Jmeter. Any
We
idea,
will
guys?
we will increase the RAM size here in XMX and XMX and
Exactly.
XMS. Yes.
Yes, Chidambar. Yeah. So we are going to increase the heap size. Okay, XMS and then XMX. Min size and max size of the heap setting, we are going to change it because if you are not changing the heap setting, you are not going to get lot of heap size. You are not going to execute large volume performance testing. So that is the reason heap size setting is actually important. So, so we are going to understand in what way this XMS and then XMX value is actually influencing your application performance. That also we are going to discuss during this course journey. Okay. So, and then we are going to learn about different garbage collection algorithm, different garbage collectors basically. What is serial garbage collector? What is parallel garbage collector? What is concurrent mark and sweep garbage collector? What is G1 garbage collector? Like that, we are going to learn about different garbage collectors, and we are going to understand which garbage collector used for what purpose, which garbage collector is actually useful for the modern day application. Like that, we are going to discuss about the garbage collectors topic also. Okay, and we are going to learn about thread pooling. Okay, how in Java thread pooling is actually happening, and we are also going to discuss about JDBC connection pooling. Okay, and then in JVM, how to do the thread dump analysis, how to do the heap dump analysis, how to do the garbage collection analysis. All those things we are going to learn in a practical way, guys. Okay, how to trigger a heap dump, how to analyze manually, how to analyze automated way, how to trigger a thread dump, how to analyze manually, how to analyze automated way, how to save the garbage collection log, how to read it manually, how to read it automated way. Like that, in a detailed way, we are going to learn about heap dump, thread dump, garbage collection. Okay, all those things we are going to learn this. Okay, I'll take a pause here. Any question, guys? Till now, anybody have any question? Yeah. So not only that, we are going to learn about out of memory means what, memory leak means what, that understanding also we are going to get. So all these topics that are completely covering your Java aspects. Java, Java heap, Java thread, Java garbage collection. Like that, we are going to cover all aspects. That is the best benefit of learning this course content, because going forward, you are not going to be considered as a normal performance tester, because you are going to contribute in the performance engineering as well, because we know all these concepts in the Java side. Okay. First, what we did, we learnt about introduction. Second, what we did, we learnt about Java. Okay, so this is not complete, right? So what we are going to do, we are going to expand our knowledge in the infrastructure monitoring side also. So what we are going to cover, two flavors: Linux monitoring, Windows monitoring. Linux monitoring, Windows monitoring. So what we are going to do, we are going to discuss about how monitoring that is actually happening in Linux machine, how the monitoring is actually happening in Windows machine. In Windows machine, what is actually performon? In performon, how we are going to collect the data. Post collection of data, how we are going to do the analysis. All those things we are going to learn with respect to the Windows Server monitoring. Similarly, Linux server monitoring, what we are going to do, we are going to understand what are all the commands that are available in Linux machine to do the infrastructure monitoring. Say like VM start means what, SAR command means what, top command means what, IO stat means what, net stat means what. Like that, we are going to understand command level understanding, and there is one utility tool available in Linux monitoring called nmon. So we are going to learn about nmon means what, how to collect the data through nmon, how we are going to analyze your infrastructure data. Like that, we are going to discuss in a detailed way. That also we are going to cover with respect to infrastructure. Okay, first introduction, second Java side, third infrastructure side. Okay, next what we can cover, the next layer is your database. Next layer is what? Your database, because database is also very important to understand it, right? So here what we are doing, we are going to learn about a database called Oracle DB. In Oracle DB, what we are going to do, we are going to understand how monitoring happening in Oracle DB. Okay, in that, what are all the things that are there in Oracle DB? There is a concept called AWR report, automatic workload repository report. Okay, so we are going to trigger a AWR report. We are going to understand what is actually happening in the AWR report also. Okay, not only AWR report, we are going to understand there is one more report called ADDM reports. How ADDM reports we are going to trigger it, how it is actually providing the recommendation, that also we are going to learn. So we are going to learn about Oracle DB, AWR reports, ADDM reports. Okay, that is what we are going to cover it with respect to the database level monitoring. Next, the very important part is actually your client side, because right now that is a need of the market. Every customer, they started asking about real user monitoring, or even synthetic monitoring, like that, right? So we wanted to understand what is actually happening in the client side. We wanted to clearly get the clarity out of the total response time, how much of a time that we are spending it in the client side. So that clarity also we wanted to get it. Means yes, we are going to learn about client side monitoring. In client side monitoring, we are going to learn different tools. What is that? Chrome dev tools, GT metrics, web page test. All these are new tools we are going to learn, because we wanted to understand with respect to client side monitoring what is actually happening, how we are going to identify the client side problem, what are all the metrics that you are going to monitor, what are all the critical metrics that are available which will tell you that your client side performance is not proper. All those things we are going to discuss. All those things we are going to discuss with respect to the client side performance. Okay, I'll take a pause here. Any question, guys, still now?
These client-side monitoring tools are open source tools or paid one?
Combination, I would say. But you can use this web-based test and GT metrics anytime. Okay, you can use for your application side, but if you wish, you can get the support also. But I would say we consider as open source only, because we are not paying for it, right? Because we are launching our application, we are learning it. Okay, you can use that. Yeah, and
Okay.
Chrome dev tools, obviously, that is your Chrome browser inside which that is there. So obviously it is free. Okay, so next one is code profiling. So earlier also I told you there is one commercial tool called YourKit Java Profiler, which is actually a commercial solution used for monitoring the JVM. So specifically when we are trying to cover the code profiling things, we are focusing on Java Profiler. Okay, so this is actually a second profiling tool we are going to learn, guys. Okay, second profiling tools. In a detailed way, we are going to learn about JProfiler tool also, and we are going to understand what is code profiling, how we are going to do that, how we are going to monitor your code level issues with respect to JProfiler, what are all the capabilities that are there. All the things we are going to understand. We are going to understand. And next, very important thing, very important thing is actually called as APM monitoring. Okay, yeah. So we are going to learn about very important APM tool in the market, which is actually Dynatrace. Okay. So Dynatrace, in what way we are going to do it for your monitoring? Okay. and we are going to discuss about the core capabilities, what are all the latest trends that are there, and how you are going to leverage the Dynatrace APM tool for your latest trends in the market, say like real user monitoring, say like synthetic monitoring, say like service monitoring, process monitoring, host monitoring, network monitoring, or cloud monitoring. All these things we are going to discuss. Actually saying any interview or any discussion forum, if you are going, definitely one APM tool will be there in the list, so that we are going to cover it in the course journey itself. Actually we have a separate batches usually running for the APM tool, but right now we are going to have this tool along with the regular performance engineering concepts, because APM tools are very well used for identifying the problem, root cause analysis, and we can provide findings and recommendations to the stakeholder. That is the reason we are learning the APM tool, guys. That is the reason we are learning the APM tool. Okay, and then finally we are going to analyze, understand production load, or we are trying to find CPU related problem, memory related problem, and response time related problem also. So entire course journey, what we are doing, we are trying to be full stack. What we are doing, front end we are covering, application we are covering, database we are covering, infrastructure we are covering, and all other supporting tools and understanding we are also covering. So what we are going to do in this course journey, we are going to learn everything in a practical way, real time, what is actually happening with the sample application. By providing load to the application, we are going to learn each and every concept, so that we'll be in a position to at least to contribute to the application performance optimization. That is the reason we covered all these topics. I'll take a pause here. Any question, guys, till now?